Hey everybody, Nurse Kavanagh here, and Penny, the Peaceful Peacock, here for another week of kids yoga. Okay, so this week we're doing the Rick theme, right, Penny, about kindness. Yep, kindness. All right, so what does kindness mean? This is a good one. This is kind of an easy one, right? I mean, we know what it is to be kind. We hear about it in school all the time. Mr. Miller talks about it every day at the morning announcements, where we should always be kind to one another, right? So what does that mean, being kind to one another? Maybe opening the door for somebody if they are coming. Maybe giving somebody a nice smile or a wave, right? Maybe helping out at home, like picking up after yourself, cleaning your room without being asked. These things are being very kind, and your parents or caregivers will certainly take notice and love it. Trust me. Okay, so Penny, let's be kind today and let's have a really fun class. I have a lot of fun things planned for you. This class is going to end with Secret Garden. I know that's all of our favorites. Well, I can only really speak for myself, but it's our favorite for sure. You just get to relax and lay there and be kind to yourself, because isn't that what that's about too? Being kind to yourself. So we be kind to ourselves, which then makes us kind to others. Awesome. All right, Penny, what do you think? Let's put some stuff down and get moving. My polar bear is still here. He has been hanging out with Penny all week and enjoying himself immensely. Kind of fun to stay at home sometimes, especially when you have things to do that and people to hang out with that you enjoy, right? All right, so what is kindness? Now, I know, and by the way, folks, I understand now, doing this now, what, my 5th time? This is backwards for you. Sorry. It's hard for me to turn my phone around to make it not backwards. So we're gonna have fun and just maybe, whatever, kind of figure it out as we go. Sure. So I'm not going to read this book, although I love this book and the movie. However, the point of this book, right, is that we choose kindness. I know it's backwards, sorry. So this boy looks different, right? But in a way, we all kind of are different, whether it's on the outside or inside. So the basis and the premise of this book is, I know I can't change the way I look. Oh, this is the way I was made. But maybe, just maybe, people can change the way they see, right? The way they see this boy, the way they see their situation, right? The way they see each other, and always with a little bit of kindness, or maybe a lot. All right, my friends. So next we're going to do a little review about breathing. So we love to breathe, or kind of have to breathe, but I love to breathe because it helps me relax a little bit. So real quick, breathing in through the nose. Smell that flower, breathing out through the mouth, blowing out that candle. Slow, deep breaths. Okay, I know I'm doing that quick just because it's a review and I do it every week, so I don't need you to see it over and over and over again, but I wanted you to know that that's still an option for you. What is this one? We have the favorite Hoberman sphere. Why am I singing? Okay, so deep breath in, puff out your belly, and deep breath out. Squeeze it all back together. Let's do that again. Inhaling and exhaling. Oh, I already feel better. All right. So we have that. What else? What else? I have 2 new breaths. One is Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi? Who's Ujjayi? It is a breath that sounds like an ocean that you can make sounds with in your head. And I'm just thinking this now. I don't have a very good seashell at all, unfortunately, but I have this random one. I don't even know why. It's broken, maybe because it's smooth. Maybe it meant something to me, so I had to keep it. But anywho, this is a seashell, right? So we are going to breathe in and out through our nose. So not the mouth, just in and out through the nose. And we're going to kind of constrict the back of our throat and make us sound like an ocean. Or sometimes they say, like you're fogging up a glass window, right? So you do that, but you do it in through your nose and out through your nose, all right? So let's give it a whirl. Ready? Pretend you're hearing it. Okay. One more time. Hopefully you guys heard that. It's actually an energizing breath, victorious breath as they also call it, but it's also soothing. So I wanted to teach you something new this week. So there you go. All right, how about it's time for my box of tricks? Yes, we have a box of tricks. Remember this? Remember my box of tricks? So first things first, remember this, right? So we wear masks outside now. It's going to be a little bit more normal the more you see it, right? The more you see masks outside and the more you wear them or you know you should wear them, right? The more normal it will feel and not so weird. So it's okay to see people with masks on. They're being kind. Yeah, you know why? They're being kind because they want to protect you, but they also protect themselves. Okay, so if I wear this, I don't have any germs that go in my nose or my mouth, right? And if somebody else wears it, same thing. But also I protect you by me wearing my mask. So it's a win-win, as they say. All right, what else in my box of tricks? Oh, this is a good one. All right, so a good friend of mine made this for me. Oh no, it's all tangled up. Of course it is. So long story short, this is a talking stick. Some of my friends know this from the class before, but this is an actual stick. I know you can't really see it, but these are those, oh my gosh, it's at the tip of my tongue. These are those little pom-poms, obviously feathers, right? Pipe cleaners, yay, I remembered. Different colors. You can decorate a stick however you want it. And a talking stick means that you, whoever's holding it, if it's you, you have the power to be the one to talk. And then everybody else should have the respect and be kind and listen. But if you make it, that doesn't mean you can't share it. So you could have one for the house and it's just, you know, have your special spot for the talking stick. And maybe you need to hold that and just, that's kind of like a signal to people to say, you know what, I need to say something right now and I would like you to listen. So whatever it is, right? You can use this tool to help you get your voice heard, right? But doing it in a kind way, right? We don't have to raise our voices to be heard, although kind of makes sense. But does that make us feel kind inside after if we've raised our voice? No, I know firsthand. I've done that. And afterwards I feel kind of icky. So this is a really good tool to have in your home. So if you need to have that time to talk and it's respectful and being kind to the person who's talking, but also you don't want to be the only one that holds this. You want to spread the wealth, right? You want to give it to everybody in the family that they can have a chance to do some talking if they'd like. Okay, what else do I have in my box of tricks here? This is a bit of a review. Remember this? I think I did this the first week. These are tincture bells. Okay. Just listen up. I love this because it causes you to have focus, right? Because my goal is to get them to touch like that, right in the middle. And I was lucky I did it 3 times this time. I think the last time I showed you, I missed all 3 times. So that is that. What also I like is that you can hear it. So it's very healing, sound healing, right? And notice that when I move the bells around, the sound waves are different. So it's a really fun little tool to use if you have it to practice focusing, concentrating, listening to a nice sound, okay? And, this is so being kind, right? So look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is a kindness rock that we found in Hopedale. And on the back, it has writing, and I'll read it to you. We found it. Keep or hide, post a photo to Facebook. Kindness rocks. And it's from Franklin, Massachusetts. I mean, you don't have to do the Facebook thing, but what's cool about this is you can get any old rock outside, paint it, color it with whatever you have. Maybe not washable, right? Because if it rains, then it kind of washes away. And then leave it somewhere. Like I know in Hopedale Pond area, we had some kindness rocks at the base of that huge rock that we have as you walk into the parklands. I love going there and seeing all the different rocks, but you don't have to just maybe put them there. You can paint this, and if it's a friend that you miss, you can paint them a kindness rock. And then just as you're walking outside, because we're getting a lot of fresh air, walking is really good right now to get outside, be in nature, and maybe walk by a friend's house and plant a kindness rock for them. And they'll love it. And then you could be fun and be like, I wonder who gave this to me. Or you can just say who it was. But one of my favorites. And I found that idea, well, it's not my idea, obviously, but this book is called The Kindness Book. And I found this on sale. It's one of those things again, right? I knew I wanted it. I didn't know why until now. So I kind of looked at it because obviously kindness, and that's what this week is about. And I just picked it up, caught my eye, and I said, oh, I'm going to look at this and see what I can impart here for my friends for being kind. This book is by Raj S. Airy, and it's about developing the power of compassion for health and happiness. So practical ways to do that. And I kind of just opened up on a page of 110, and they talk about being kind and doing kindness cards. Another thing you can do. You don't have to have a rock. You can write a card, and it's another way to spread random acts of kindness. Racks. Get it? Random acts of kindness. Racks. Okay. So the idea is that you think of an act of kindness, perform it anonymously, ideally, and then leave that person a kindness card. The person receiving the card is then expected to pass on the card by performing an act of kindness for someone else, and then so on and so on and so on. Kind of reminds me of that paying it forward. I have to tell you, once I was in a parking lot, just going into a store, I walked out, and I had on my car windshield a little rubber ducky with a note and some money, and it just said, "It's your lucky day," something like that. I took a picture of it. It was a long time ago, but I still remember that. People remember how they felt, right? How you make them feel, being kind. They remember that. And this is a quote by William Wordsworth. "The best parts of a good life, little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and love." So we might not necessarily remember exactly everything about it, but we remembered how we felt, that someone was being kind to us, even a perfect stranger. How cool is that, right? And we can then pay it forward to somebody else, someone we love, someone we know, maybe somebody we don't know. So I just wanted to share that with you. So Mrs. Kavanagh has been doing a lot of talking. So now what we're going to do is a song. I have a couple songs this week, but this is more of a relaxing class, kind of. We're going to do The Secret Garden at the end. I think I mentioned that. So this is a song called Peace Begins With Me. Peace Begins With Me. Remember that? Yeah, and we did it standing, kneeling, whispering, and then in child's pose in our minds. But this is an actual song from Kidding Around Yoga, and it's all about peace begins with me. So I'm gonna walk over here and play the song. Hello, where are you? There you are. Waiting. So just get up. Stand up, kind of move around. Okay, here we go. Yoga helps us clear our minds and teaches us to be kind. Karma yoga is good deeds. We meditate with our beats. If you're sleeping, your mind mad, and you wanna be just like that, do some yoga every day, and then we'll all say, peace begins with me. Okay, why am I singing? One more time. Yay! All right, that's the song. Peace begins with me. A couple poses in there for a little fun. So, what the heck is this? It's what we do. It's one of those things we do in yoga. It's called a mudra, and it's something that we do with our hands. People believe, some people that practice yoga, that these certain things mean something, and that if they practice, it helps them. So I decided to wear this shirt today. Thank you to my nieces, Emma and Anna. I think they gave it to me to give to my daughter, and I actually stole it to wear. But so I love this symbol, right? What does this look like? Okay, so thumb, right? Pointer finger. The next finger is the middle finger, then the ring finger, and then the last pinky finger. These each represent the elements. What do you mean by that? So thumb, right? The thumb is the element of fire, right? The next finger is the element of air that we breathe. The next finger in the middle is space, okay? The ring finger, the fourth finger, is earth. That's where we are. And the last finger, the little finger, is water. All the elements of the earth in one, right? So I liked that hand mudra and that picture, and I wanted to share that little bit with you. Okay, we are going on. Let's review some poses because I have a story about compassion. All right, so these are the poses I'm going to review with you. Oops. We have triangle, we have chair, we have, oh, ouch. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one. Tippy toes. As you can maybe see, he's on his tippy toes, and then, no, I can't, but go for it, be safe, make sure your body's warm, okay? And I'll just do tippy toes on my toes like that. All right, next, that's heron, okay? Looks like a heron maybe. Bridge pose, dancer's pose, these are familiar. Meditating pose, just sitting there meditating. Oh, and this one is, I'm not probably gonna say it right, Maracha, which is a neat pose that I'm going to show you now. All right, so come on over, get on your mat. Don't leave me hanging. I don't wanna be doing this alone, okay? So let's all practice the poses we just reviewed. So triangle pose. I like to get into it first by doing star. I'm a 5-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, star pose. Don't forget to breathe. All right, so I'm gonna dig my heel in and turn those toes out. Guess what? What does this look like? You got it, warrior 2. But this is a way to get into triangle pose. So, see how my foot's pointing this way? I'm going to pretend I'm reaching until I can't reach any further. And then I drop this hand down and this hand to the sky. This is triangle pose, okay? It's also in yoga called Trikonasana. So pull that toe back forward, other side. So dig your heel in and toes go out. Kind of move your feet closer together if you need to. Arms out. Bend the knee. Right? Warrior 2, but we're doing triangle. So reach, reach, reach. You can't reach anymore. Bring that bottom hand down, top hand. Now, I'm really squeezing my belly to help keep me in this pose. If that's hard, that's okay. You can take this bottom hand to either your upper thigh or below your knee, right? You can take it to a block. And if you don't have blocks at home, like this, like a little foam block, just gonna show you what that looks like in triangle. Different ways, different sizes. How about a big book, right? Something that, how about a pillow? Something like this, right? I'm doing my triangle, my hand can't go all the way down, but I can reach this pillow. All right, that is triangle pose. Next is chair pose, okay? So I'm pretending to sit in that imaginary chair. Good, and what am I doing? I can always start in mountain, right? Let's get that foundation first. Feet are down into the ground, we're nice and tall. Our body is strong, right? Our spine is long. My belly is in and I'm still breathing. This feels good. Let's go ahead and bring our arms over our head, breathing in and out. All right, mountain pose. So here we go. We're going into chair pose. So I'm sitting in that imaginary chair. Are my toes pointing out? Nope. Are they pointing too far in? Nope. They're pointing straight ahead. My feet are straight ahead. My knees are straight ahead. And I'm bringing my arms up. Now, go ahead and squeeze those legs. Squeeze the belly in. Arms can be here. They can be goalposts or cactus arms. They can be in this Namaste Mudra. And that's your chair pose. Tippy toes. Okay, I showed you this. I'm not doing it, but I'm gonna do this. Tippy toes. So you have a choice, my friends. Just be careful. Heron pose. Let me try to show you this way. So clearly, remember boat pose? So you're kind of rocking on your sit bones until you kind of get in that middle of the seesaw, right in the middle, balancing. This is boat pose. Ooh. Heron pose is grabbing onto maybe your big toes. Mrs. Kavanagh probably should have practiced this before the video. I've done it before, but it's been a while. All right, so that's heron pose. Only go to the fullest extent that you can, and some days our bodies don't want to do what we want it to do, and we have to respect that and be kind to our body, okay? Next is bridge pose. So you get onto your back. Hopefully you can see me. Palms are down. I think we talked about this last week. My head is down, my shoulders are down, my feet are down, and then I press down into my feet, into my palms and my hands, and then I pretend like I have string connected to my hips and it's pulling me up towards the ceiling. You can use your hands and your feet to kind of guide you up and lifting your hips. And see the bridge. Now, if this is hurting you, I want you to back off. Also, where'd that pillow go? Or block, you can do a supported bridge. It's doing the work for me. I kind of like this one. All right. That is bridge pose, Sedabandha Hasana. Okay. Mariacha. So we're sitting, right? Remember staff pose, reaching high, tickle those toes, that's staff pose. Right now though, we're gonna bend our knee. And if this is all you can do, that's cool. But what this little one is doing is he's taking this hand behind him and this other hand kind of in front. And then they have to hold each other's hand. And that's kind of weird but hard. But I'm doing it. And then I gotta do the other side. So breathe in, reach it high, breathe out, reach those toes, and then bend the other knee, okay? Oh boy, hand goes behind, and you're gonna notice one side is harder or easier than the other. And once again, go ahead and just hug that knee in, and that's cool too. Meditation pose, we know this one. Sukhasana, easy pose. So you're sitting down, and if you're meditating, you're gonna either close your eyes or have a gentle gaze, like you're barely opening your eyes. Just breathe, okay. Last but not least is dancer pose, and we did this one last week, but let's do it again, friends. So this is a balancing pose, and you can always be very close to a wall. Grab that back foot, knees together, and holding onto the wall or a chair, you can do the pose. If you're feeling extra balancy, let go. All right, so yoga, what do we do? Both sides. So opposite knee, right, bends. So I'm getting into my mountain pose, shifting my weight over to the standing leg, grab onto that foot. Sometimes they say to grab onto the inside. Do what you can do. All right, knees together, and then slowly kick back. And if you have the balance, I'm going to reach out. Okay. Or there's a chair right here, and you're holding that. And you don't have to go as far as I did. I'm just showing you the poses, just like I did here. I just thought of this. Genius. Okay, so you're going to, since the words are backwards, I'm going to read it like this, and then this is also another guide for you to practice, if you wish, on your mat, which I hope you are. Okay, can you see? Compassion, that's what this is about, and it's being kind. All right, here we go. Glenn put his geometry homework down. Nothing could be worse than homework. Counting triangles, he was doing math, was exhausting, and he was ready to take a break. Just then, he heard a noise outside and got up from his chair to see what it was. The window ledge was so high, he had to get up on his tippy toes. He looked out the window and saw a heron lying in the yard, flapping a broken wing and obviously in pain. He's having compassion. Watch this. So Glenn rushed downstairs to tell his mother. She called animal control right away. They said they were close by at the King Street Bridge. and would be there soon. He spent the next 10 minutes sitting next to the heron and even put some water next to its beak in case it was thirsty. Glenn named him Mariacha. His dad once told him that having compassion was when you saw that someone or something was in pain and you wanted to help. Then he meditated and visualized Mariacha getting better. He felt very compassionate and was so happy when the animal control truck came. They said the heron would be fine. Glenn and his mother danced, yay, around the yard. They were so happy. After the truck left, Glenn went back to counting triangles. Maybe doing homework wasn't so bad after all. He was lucky he had his health. That's a nice story. So he's being compassionate, right? Because he saw the heron injured. So he told his mom. They called animal control, and they got the help the heron needed. And that's being very kind and compassionate towards somebody other than yourself. Could be even an animal, another a person, or it could be an injured bird, turtle, whatever it is. Just nursing me right here. Don't touch it. Get an adult, and they will help you. Okay? So, being compassion, and this is Yoga Stories by Harris Linder and Cassie Dixon from the Kidding Around Yoga. Okay, so there we are. Okay, I think we are ready for our secret garden. I'm very excited. Now, kids, if you need to pause, grab a blanket, towel, something cozy, maybe even a pillow if you want, and find a nice comfortable spot on your ground, mat, towel, blanket, whatever it is. Just be comfortable, because that's the point of Secret Garden. You don't really necessarily need to think about your body because it's just comfortable in whatever position that is today. And then you get to listen and hear the nice words, okay? Alrighty. Secret Garden, here we are. So I'm playing the song, and I have a special treat, the light, and some of you might remember that, where we shut the lights down low, and then like kind of a strobe light goes onto the ceiling. So as you're watching this, you can either close your eyes, okay, and go to that secret garden that you've created for yourself. What does that mean? It just means that you're closing your eyes when you're lying down and you're going to your happy place. That's all. Okay, so it can mean whatever you want. I'll give you a couple examples, but we're gonna take a couple minutes after I talk and just be, and I'll sit here with you, just like a minute or two, and then we'll end, okay? All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go get my music and also shut the lights off and put the strobe light on. All right, my dears. I'm still here. Okay. Oh, you guys see that? Here we are. I'm going to get the music. This song is only about 4.5 minutes long total, okay? Just in case you're wondering. Okay, find your cozy spot. All right, journey to your secret garden. Here we are. So lie on your back with your arms out just a few inches from your body and your legs spread apart just a little bit, and place your palms face up. I'll do this with you, okay? So lift your upper body and your legs, squeeze everything, so your arms squeeze, make a fist, your arms are tight, your legs, your toes are squeezing, your legs are squeezing, everything's squeezing. And then relax and let it go. Okay? Doesn't that feel good? Blow your belly up like a big balloon. And pop with your finger. That's silly. Let's do it again. Breathe in. Big, 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 big. Pop that balloon. Now make a fishy face. And then a prune face. Why are we doing this? It's to relax our whole body, okay, and our muscles. So now imagine that your mat, or whatever you're lying on, is a magic carpet. And it's carrying you up into the clouds, and then down back again into your secret garden. So what do you see in your secret garden now that you're here? You can see flowers. You can see a pond with dolphins, butterflies, maybe some puppies or kittens. Keep your eyes closed and use your imagination to create exactly what you wish to see in your garden. So you can use the ideas I gave you, or you can make up your own. But whatever you're doing, just laying down, relaxing, as you go to your secret garden to be happy and peaceful. And as you're there, I'm just sitting here, my meditative pose, allowing you a minute or two to go there. Now it's time to come back from your secret garden. Roll to your side and rest for a few moments. And know that you can come back here anytime you want. Okay, kindness friends. This was the theme of the class. I wish you all a great week full of kindness and happiness. And remember to be kind to yourself and to others. And namaste, peaceful penny, and Polly. Take care, my friends.